Play well last night at Moonee Valley. Punters certainly had a chance to make up for the fact that there was no racing yesterday when 5 favourites and 1 equal favourite were successful from the 9-race card. But it wasn't a good start. In the first event, the favourite Vance Glen at odds on.
Every chance for Tizimus is out in the clear now and 3 wide coming out after Vance Glen. 6 metres away, Wee Comet followed by Keeling and Niquistar. 2.20 out on the turn. Out 3 wide now. Tizimus had gone up in a hurry and headed off the Supreme Ruler. Vance Glen not finding much. Diamond Magic's out in the clear. Niquistar on the outside is out after Tizimus along with Diamond Magic. At the 120 though, Tizimus is racing away from Diamond Magic and Niquistar. Never saw daylight here last Saturday night. Tizimus saw plenty of daylight this evening and she's bolted in. Tizimus by 5 metres to Diamond Magic. Third place in Niquistar, maybe in front of Keeling, the Supreme Ruler Iramu.
Tizimus successful in the first at 7s from Diamond Magic 20s, Niquistar 7s, Vance Glen the favourite unplaced 5 to 4 on. In the second race, the favourite here, Qatari Lou at 13 to 8.
Good line. Racing. Frontier Fighter away quickly with Qatari Lou. Qatari Lou in turn will head off J.R. Ewing the inside. So Frontier Fighter caught without cover early, and behind them came T.R. back on the fence, followed by the Dark Ones. Caught out there 3 wide early, Run Fella Run. 6 metres away, Skipper Bray. In behind them, Super Tinge, followed by Leave Us Alone and Bullman back of the tail. Qatari Lou in front on the turn by 4 metres to Frontier Fighter without cover, and a metre back on the fence is J.R. Ewing. The Dark One works up to the 1 out trail and a good piece of driving, followed by T.R. back on the fence. Pace on early. Run Fella Run, 3 back on the outside of Super Tinge, who's racing 4 back on the fence. In behind them came Skipper Bray. Second last is Bullman, and 4 metres away, Leave Us Alone. By the judge, 2 circuits out, and Qatari Lou clear by sulky's length to Frontier Fighter. On the leader's back is J.R. Ewing. Inclined to pull just a shade, 1 out is the Dark Ones, followed by T.R. racing 3 back on the fence. Run Fella Run, 3 back on the outside of Super Tinge, who's 4 back on the rail. Then Skipper Bray third last from Bullman, and 5 metres away, Leave Us Alone. At the 1650, entering the back once again, and Qatari Lou doing it nicely in front by 2.5 metres to Frontier Fighter, creeping up a shade close to the outside. J.R. Ewing racing third as Frontier Fighter now takes on Qatari Lou, has Buckley's of crossing though. In behind them came the Dark Ones racing fourth. 4 metres away, TR, followed by Run Fella Run. Then Skipper Bray on the outside of Super Tinge. Second last Bullman, and a metre the outside is Leave Us Alone. 1,000 to go on the turn, and Qatari Louie quickens up in front by 4 metres to Frontier Fighter, who's raced without cover from the outset. A metre back on the fence, racing third, J.R. Ewing. First up from a lengthy spell, he's had a nice trail. On his back in turn came TR, followed by the Dark Ones. Then Run Fella Run on the outside of Super Tinge. Again they drop anchor with a circuit to go. Skipper Bray third last and pulling from Bullman, and 4 metres away, Leave Us Alone. Out of the straight the final time at the 850, and Qatari Lou heads to the back by a sulky's length to Frontier Fighter. He's worked hard. A metre back on the fence, J.R. Ewing, followed by the Dark Ones every chance. T.R. back on the rail, no moves for the moment, followed by Run Fella Run. Super Tinge held up from Skipper Bray, Bullman, and Leave Us Alone. At the 600 down the back, it's Qatari Lou by 3 metres to Frontier Fighter. A metre back on the fence, J.R. Ewing badly held up, followed by the Dark Ones. Leave Us Alone from last now, the first one to go forward. T.R. back on the rail, Run Fella Run goes forward, Skipper Bray goes forward. Leave Us Alone out 4 wide coming off the back from Super Tinge and Bullman last. 350 out before the turn. Qatari Lou, he's 3 metres in front of Frontier Fighter, who is under pressure. The Dark One's out 3 wide, gets to second. Run Fella Run out 4 wide. Then J.R. Ewing under pressure, followed by T.R. Skipper Bray, Super Tinge, Leave Us Alone, Bullman. Qatari Lou at the 180 is 3 metres in front. The Dark One's on the outside trying to pick it up, and here's J.R. Ewing now getting a split. He's starting to knuckle down out after Qatari Lou. Qatari Lou hanging on. J.R. Ewing, his runners ended near the line, and Qatari Lou has got home by a metre to J.R. Ewing. Fitness cost him the race. A neck away third, the Dark Ones. Then TR, followed by Bullman, Super Tinge and Frontier Fighter. Run Fella Run back in behind them from Skipper Bray, and last in was Leave Us Alone.
Good fighting win by Qatari Lou in the second. 13 to 8 favourite J.R. Ewing 6s, and the Dark Ones at 8 to 1. In the third, the favourite here, Brad's Advice at 2 to 1.
Set. Racing. Spanish Perfume has gone away quickly. Warrior can't go early. Brad's Advice racing wide and going forward. Bluey's Mate looking for the lead. Bells and Ale has broken up early. Checking Warrior for a stride. Inconveniencing Change Command. Arvason back on the fence gets to fourth. Bells and Ale won't settle down. Ticky Jazz the fence, followed by House That Lady. And second last is Triple Try, and out the back and breaking is Bells and Ale. Bluey's Mate being taken on by Spanish Perfume on the turn the first time. Spanish Perfume working now, assumes control from Bluey's Mate. 8 metres away, third, Brad's Advice. A break of 4 metres to Arvason, followed by Ticky Jazz on the fence. 6 metres away, House That Lady, being covered up by Change Command. In behind them, a further 5 metres away, Warrior, followed by Triple Try. And 50 metres away, Bells and Ale pacing roughly. Out of the straight the first time. Brad's Advice comes one off the fence now, after racing 3 back early, to work up within 4 metres of Spanish Perfume out of the straight the first time. Not much doing up front. Bluey's Mate racing third. Arvason now fourth and 1 out, followed by Ticky Jazz racing fifth and 3 back on the fence. A metre the outside has Change Command. House That Lady 4 back on the fence, followed by Warrior. 5 metres to Triple Try, and Bells and Ale's been pulled up. At the lap and a half mark, Brad's Advice the outside, works up within a metre of Spanish Perfume. Third placing Bluey's Mate, and fourth is Arvason, followed by Change Command on his back. Ticky Jazz racing fifth on the fence, 4 metres away Warrior, followed by House That Lady. 5 metres away Triple Try, and something must have gone amiss with the gear on Bells and Ale. He was pulled up out of the straight the first time. 1,000 to go on the turn. It's been only an even pace, and Spanish Perfume in front by 2 metres to Brad's Advice without cover. Bluey's Mate racing third, followed by Arvason fourth. Every chance for the big bloke, 1 out, followed by Ticky Jazz on the inside of Change Command. Warrior on the outside of House That Lady, and 4 metres away Triple Try. A lap left to go. Spanish Perfume still in control by a metre. Brad's Advice creeping up close to the outside. Third placing Bluey's Mate, followed by Arvason fourth. Change Command on the outside of Ticky Jazz, still racing 3 back on the fence. Working up as Warrior outside House That Lady, and 4 metres away Triple Try. Out of the straight the final time, 650 out. It's still Spanish Perfume in front by 3 metres to Brad's Advice, about to be called upon, followed by Bluey's Mate racing third. Arvason fourth. 5 metres away Change Command, followed by Ticky Jazz, now coming 1 off the fence as Change Command goes forward. House That Lady creeping up on the rail, followed by Warrior in second last, and 4 metres away Triple Try. At the 450, Spanish Perfume a metre in front of Brad's Advice. Arvason out 3 wide. 4 wide Change Command. Bluey's Mate can't get a run as Brad's Advice now draws to Spanish Perfume on the turn. It looks to be going the better. House That Lady coming 1 off the fence from Ticky Jazz, Warrior and Triple Try. 220 out though. Brad's Advice on the outside, drew a metre in front of Spanish Perfume. 5 metres away Bluey's Mate, followed by House That Lady. Arvason boxing on for the minors. Brad's Advice a metre in front with 100 metres to go and holding Spanish Perfume. Good go for third placing House That Lady and Ticky Jazz, but Brad's Advice wins by 2 metres to Spanish Perfume. 5 metres away third, House That Lady just in front of Ticky Jazz. Then Arvason from Triple Try, Bluey's Mate. In behind them Warrior, followed by Change Command. It was last over the line, and Bells and Ale was pulled up after going about 650.
Comfortable win to the favourite Brad's Advice at 2 to 1 from Spanish Perfume 5 to 2, and How's That Lady at 8. In race 4, equal favourites here, Empire Fella and Mighty Avenger in a wide open affair, 7 to 2 the field.
Set. Racing. Elvis Caramira away okay with Lord Tasman. Distant Rainbow going forward looking for the lead, and racing out very wide. Dix Neptune out of the straight, caught 5 wide as Lord Tasman leads. He's pacing a bit roughly out of the straight. He's broken up Lord Tasman for a stride or two. Elvis Caramira now takes the initiative and heads off Lord Tasman after racing roughly out of the straight. That's cost him the front running. Dix Neptune caught 3 wide going forward. Distant Rainbow easing and taking up to the 1 out trail. 4 metres away Try Mary. Back on the fence Mighty Avenger. In behind them came Who, racing 3 wide Nicorado. Back on the fence Empire Fella, who's second last restrained and ought to run last, and 3 wide going forward. At the lap and a quarter mark now, and Dix Neptune worked to the lead from around the outside Nicorado, and back on the fence Elvis Caramia. From the tail now, ought to run 3 wide going forward. In the centre, Distant Rainbow, and back on the fence, Lord Tasman, followed by Try Mary, Mighty Avenger third last from Who, and a metre back on the fence, Empire Fella. Around the turn, a circuit to go. Dix Neptune in front by 2 metres. Ought to run works up on the outside to be second now without cover. Elvis Caramia racing third. 1 out now, Nicorado. 3 back on the fence, Lord Tasman, followed by Distant Rainbow. They've gone fairly quickly too. Mighty Avenger, he's He's going easily forward back on the fence, but badly bailed up from Try Marry Empire Fella, and a metre on the outside is Who. Out of the straight, 800 metres to go. Deeks Neptune 3 metres in front of Order Run. Third placing on the leader's back is Elvis Caramia. One out is Nicorado on a loose rein. Back on the fence, Lord Tasman. Then Distant Rainbow. Try Marry now from third last going forward. Mighty Avenger second last in a stride. Who now tracking Try Marry, and Empire Fella is back at the tail. 500 out. Deeks Neptune 2 metres in front of Order Run. Out 3 wide, Try Marry making good ground. Who is trailing him? Elvis Caramia back on the fence, followed by Nicorado, as Order Run draws 2 metres in front of Deeks Neptune on the turn. In behind them, Distant Rainbow from Empire Fella. Back in behind them, Lord Tasman. Mighty Avenger last on the turn. Order Run takes over, 250 out though from Try Marry. Deeks Neptune not going well, then Who, followed by Empire Fella, and Mighty Avenger about to be hooked to the outside. Order Run 150 out, 2 metres in front of Try Marry. Empire Fella on the outside is out after Order Run. He may be doing the better. Empire Fella is grabbing Try Marry. Order Run in the shadows to the post, and a good performance. He's come from second last, 600 out. Empire Fella by 2 metres to Try Marry. Mighty Avengers run third. Then Order Run, followed by Who. Nicorado back in behind them from Lord Tasman. Then Elvis Caramia. Deeks Neptune knocked up second last, and last in was Distant Rainbow.
Peter Ward successful on Empire Fella at 7-2, second Try Marry at 8-1, and third Mighty Avenger the 7-2 equal favourite. Well, punters faring quite well at the Valley. We'll be back to see how they fared in the second half of the card after this break.
We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia on NEC, Australia's champion colour TV.
Here's another winner from the champs, the NEC Maxi Screen Monitor Style TV with a picture as big as a stereo sound. See the entire range of monitor style units with push button and remote, and hear the NEC stereo difference at your NEC retailer.
See him try, see him fall, see it best of all. NEC, our champion colour TV.
Show me a tough circuit. Brad Marlin caught wide. He now eases into the running line to be 4 back or 3 back on the outside. And Corfu in front around the turn the first time. Morgan now from third last. He's 3 wide and going forward. I'm a Thread racing second. On the leader's back is Otani. As Morgan goes forward off the track, he's making ground. In behind them came Magic Madge, followed by Henry Bruce. 4 metres away, Brad Marlin. Back in behind them, Game Prince. As Morgan now slides past Corfu out of the straight the first time, and he'll take some beating from there, Morgan. In behind them, Game Prince, followed by Lincoln Storm, second last. He might go in a stride. And 4 metres away, it's Frederick. Here he comes now, Lincoln Storm from second last out, 3 wide. He saw Morgan having that easy time to get to the lead. He's now taking off on the WA performer, Lincoln Storm. He's making good ground out 3 wide. At the 1600, Morgan 5 metres in front of Corfu. Out 3 wide, Lincoln Storm now gets to third without cover. I'm a Threat now 1 out, followed by Otani the rail. Magic Madge is 4 back on the fence, followed by Henry Bruce. Then Brad Marlin third last from Game Prince, and 4 metres away it's Frederick. At the 1200, Morgan 2 metres in front of Lincoln Storm now without cover. 2 metres away third Corfu. Fourth on the outside is I'm a Threat after working early. Otani it's inside. Then Magic Madge on the fence being covered up by Henry Bruce. Brad Marlin third last from Game Prince, and 4 metres to it's Frederick. 1,000 to go at the top of the straight. Morgan doing it comfortably in front by 3 metres to Lincoln Storm. Racing third Corfu. Fourth and 1 out is I'm a Threat. On the rail is Otani, followed by Henry Bruce. Magic Madge is 4 back on the fence, followed by Brad Marlin, Game Prince, and it's Frederick as last. Out of the straight, at the 850, Morgan held together by 2 metres to Lincoln Storm. Corfu racing third, no moves for the moment, followed by I'm a Threat fourth. On its back in turn, Henry Bruce, Otani the rail, 4 metres to Brad Marlin, the fence, Magic Madge. Game Prince second last, and 2 metres away, it's Frederick about to go forward. 600 out though, Morgan 2 metres in front of Lincoln Storm. He's not going well at the moment, followed by Corfu racing third. Then I'm a Threat. Brad Marlin now hooks to the outside, followed by Otani, Henry Bruce. It's Frederick on the back of Brad Marlin from Magic Madge, and Game Prince last. 400 out though. Morgan appears to be cruising. He's 4 metres in front. I don't like Lincoln Storm. Corfu the rail gets to second, followed by I'm a Threat. Then Brad Marlin. It's Frederick out wide. In behind them came Otani, followed by Henry Bruce, Magic Madge, and Game Prince. But Morgan raced away at the top of the straight. 6 metres in front of Corfu. It's Frederick on the outside making ground, followed by Otani. Then I'm a Threat and Brad Marlin. But Morgan bolts and he's racing right away. Far too classy. Morgan racing away, scores by 10 metres to Corfu. 2 metres away, third. Magic Madge just in front of Otani. It's Frederick out wide, then Brad Marlin, Lincoln Storm, Game Prince, Henry Bruce, and last in was I'm a Threat.
He's a brilliant pacer, Morgan, recording his 13th win for the season at even money from Corfu 16s and Magic Madge at 66 to 1. In the 2-year-old final, race 6, the popular pick here was Fragrance at 11 to 8.
Boxing on, one off the fence, Make Mine Brandy, followed by Windshield Envy, then Confident, followed by Tortuga Caden, Meadow Victory. 250 out on the turn. Moonee Oracle a metre in front of Fragrance the outside. 6 metres away. Winnerdale under pressure, making ground from Make Mine Brandy. Fragrance on the outside draws to Moonee Oracle. She went to the lead. Fragrance 120 out. She drew a neck in front. Now a metre of Moonee Oracle. Winnerdale boxing on, followed by Confident the outside. Fragrance in front, Moonee Oracle kicking again, Confident late on the outside, but Fragrance wins by a metre. Moonee Oracle may have just run second in front of Confident, who flew home.
Another favourite home, Fragrance 11 to 8 from Moonee Oracle at 11 to 4 and Confident at 50 to 1. In the 7th event, the Trotters, the popular pick here at odds on Maori Skipper.
Noble Genius 3 metres in front of Mount James. Casino Lynn's under pressure. Maori Skipper running home only, fairly out wide. Delvin Purple going well, held up from Royal Winetta. Eastern Romance goes to the outside. Around the turn though, 200 out. Noble Genius 2 metres in front. Mount James on the outside, coming out after it, followed by Delvin Purple in need of a run. Eastern Romance late on the outside is flying. Maori Skipper can't go on. Noble Genius though, 3 metres in front near the line. And Noble Genius leads all the way. Gets in by 4 metres. Eastern Romance on the outside has run second, just in front of Mount James.
Some respite for the bookies in race 7. Noble Genius 33s, Eastern Romance 6s, Mount James 25s, Maori Skipper unplaced 11 to 8 on. In race 8, Irish Bray the favourite at 7 to 4.
Wide, Asian Johnny 3 wide from Masterway. Diamond Dollar look gone on the turn from Roving Comment Cape J. And Garoka last, 250 out though. Irish Bray a neck in front of 430. 5 metres away, Narrow Light being hard driven, followed by Masterway. 4-3 on the outside, 200 out though, drew 2 metres in front and drawing away from Irish Bray. Then Narrow Light, followed by Asian Johnny on the outside. 4-3-0 though, far too good. He's racing away over the concluding stages, and 4-3-0 bolts in by 8 metres to Irish Bray. 4 metres away, third was Asian Johnny.
Easy win to 4-3-0 and Tommy Marr at 9 to 4 from Irish Bray, 7 to 4 favourite. Asian Johnny at 7 to 2. In the last, Kismet Alto, the popular pick at odds upon.
Inside the 400 though, Seekin Hanover ahead in front of Adam Bray. He's under a lot of pressure. Kismet Alto out 3 wide, making ground. Swishin' Over's under pressure, followed by Tempest Never out wide. Then Standover Man, Easy Mark, Flying Future second last, can't get a run from Charlie Acton. Seekin Hanover straightens up a metre in front. Kismet Alto on the outside has got to him though. Then Swishin' Over on the outside, laid out after Kismet Alto. Kismet Alto a metre in front near the line from Seekin Hanover and Swishin' Over. And the last favourites in after plenty of sensations. Kismet Alto 3 metres to Seekin Hanover. A metre away third was Swishin' Over.
Kismet Aldo 5 to 4 on, taking out the last from Seekin Hanover and Swishin' Over. The doubles last night, the extra 4 and 2, 8.20, daily double 7 and 8, 3.95, and the quaddy on 4, 7, 2 and 8 paid $69 even. It was harness racing last night at Moonee Valley. Big day of sport, World of Sport coming up now. At 2:15, the Army Reserve Cup and a special edition of Sevens Big League at 5 tonight. That's all from World of Sport Replay this morning. On behalf of our now mature director, the birthday girl, Annie Dunstan, see you next week.
World of Sport Replay was another 7 Sport presentation.
If you're into footy, get into your Tats outlet for a fantastic poster of your favourite VFL team. They're only $1.75. Mine looks good right here. Only $1.75. Only at your participating Tats outlet now.
And this is it, the Australian Fisherman. It tells and shows you everything Harold Vaughan learned in 50 years of fishing in Australia. It's all here, 400 pages of maps, photographs, and fishing experience. Buy Harold Vaughan's The Australian Fisherman and get this Fisherman's Companion free.
The Fisherman's Companion, normally $12.95, free with Harold Vaughan's The Australian Fisherman. The Australian Fisherman and the Companion now only $29.95.
There is an easier way to clean your razor. Schick Ultra's unique push clean action cleans your blade for an easier, cleaner, closer shave. Schick Ultra, a cleaner blade means a cleaner shave.
If you're transferring to a new home, leave the old barracks spick and span for the new troops. Call Miniskips today for your next general clean-up.
Call 4175000. 4175000.
Did you know that 40% of all men over the age of 21 suffer from hair loss? And of those who actively do something about it, more visit Advanced Hair Studios than just about any other organisation in the world today. Advanced Hair Studios have become one of the world's largest hair replacement companies because of their patented follicular fusion. This hair replacement program can be implemented gradually and requires no surgery whatsoever. The program was first developed in Miami, Florida, where continual research is undertaken. Advanced Hair Studios are associated with outlets throughout the world, with over 25 studios and over 50,000 people who have sought advice in Australia alone. So, chances are you'll know someone who is a client of Advanced Hair Studios. Australia's and one of the world's largest hair replacement companies. So don't wait until it's too late. Phone Advanced Hair Studios now.
Leaps and bounds in medical technology mean that many worn out and broken down parts of your body can now be replaced by artificial parts. Your skin, your heart, your brain. All available from The Body Shop, a special edition of Beyond 2000, 8:30 Thursday.